Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Big J's World. I have a author here. Her name is Kaiden. So if you want to introduce yourself, if you have more than one book out, and are you also a book talker on TikTok, so on and so forth?
Oh, my name, like you said, is Kaiden. This is this is my debut novel, so it's the only one I have out, but I do have another one to be published December if everything goes according to plan. Super excited about that one. I am new to book talk, so I'm nothing special. We'll put it that way. But I do try to stay consistent. It is hard. The people who do TikTok for a living, good on you, because that is tough. Yeah, so I'm just a mom. I work from home,
Hmm.
and this is my
Yeah,
pride and joy, essentially, outside of my family.
yeah. People who do TikTok every day. It
Brother,
is
that is a job.
it requires so much energy
Yes.
that I cannot give.
Me neither. Me neither.
It's a couple of our friends on TikTok. I don't know how they do it. Like you just keep giving that energy out to people. It sounds very exhausting to me.
It absolutely is exhausting and could not be me, at least not full time. Just finding one video to do
Mhm.
once a month is hard enough.
Right.
I'm not that creative, to be quite honest with you. And if I am creative, it's going into,
Book.
books. So I have nothing to spare.
So going into the book, let me just say the cover of that book is incredible.
Thank
I
you.
really did you design the book or how it was the cover designed?
I did not. So actually,
Hmm.
I mean, just to give a little close up of it,
Yes.
I'm very proud of that. But I cannot take credit. My publisher actually did that. Actually, my cover designer did that.
Mhm.
So I love it. I don't know how I will ever top this one,
Hmm.
but we will try. It's a good
All right.
one.
So
The cover may be
so
the book itself. We'll,
okay.
we'll hope not, but it's pretty cool.
So did you go like into like different covers that your cover artist provided to you, or was that like this is the one, this matches what I'm writing?
No, I wish it would have been. Not that it was a complicated process, but so they came to me with what I had envisioned for the book cover, and I was honest
Hmm.
with them. I didn't know. I didn't have a vision. I didn't
Hmm.
know. The last thing I did with this book was named it. I finished the book and didn't even have a title for it. So I had no idea. I just kind of showed them kind of like the books that I read and what I liked about
Hmm.
them, and they went with that. And then the first set that I was presented was not it. I was not jiving with that.
No.
So no. It wasn't awful. For what I gave them, they did well with what I provided with them, but just seeing it, no, it was not. It wasn't it. But so we went back and forth, and probably about the third time, I was like, they gave me several. I think I had six similar
Hmm.
this. And that was probably the hardest decision because they were all so great. But I don't know, this one just stuck with me. And I'm glad I went with it because it is bad to the bone. I love it.
Yeah. So how long did the writing process take? Well, let's start off. Were you always a writer, or is it something that you wonder like maybe let me try myself writing a book?
Well, no. I've always been, not to toot my own horn, but gifted in
Mhm.
writing, and I cannot draw worth a flip. I think there's two types of people who can draw and people who can write, but if you're both, you're rare. I cannot. So even from a young age, I loved reading. And
Mhm.
as I got older, like into high school, and we had to start learning how to creative write, I had several teachers tell me that I had something that if I chose to pursue, I
Mhm.
think they thought that I'd be really good at it. And I never, famous people write books, famous people publish books. So that was never a thought. And then, but I always wanted to write a book. I always wanted to do that. So when COVID hit in 2020, I talked
Mhm.
my husband into buying me a whole setup because I was bound and determined I was going to do it.
Right.
Did not
No.
try. I mean, I tried, but I just thought, man, this sucks. This
Mhm.
is junk. I hate it. And then I thought, then my teachers were crazy. They did not know what they were talking about. I'm done. I can't do this. So my husband is a very ambitious person. He's the most ambitious person I have ever met in my life. So
Mhm.
he's going to all these events and trying to get to know these people because he races race cars, and he wants to be in NASCAR. That is his dream. That's what he wants to do. So he's trying to get in touch with people who can help him make it happen.
Right.
So he listens to all these podcasts, and he listens to how these rich people got rich. And, he came to me one day last year, I think it was
Mhm.
January of last year, and he was like, "Why do you not want to do better?" Because I was just content. I worked from home. I was a stay-at-home mom. What more could a
Mhm.
woman want?
Right.
Honestly, I was content. And my childhood sucked. I do not come from a happy childhood. It was
Hmm.
quite miserable. And he had every podcast he listened to was from men or women who came from crap childhoods, but went on to do something bigger and better it was probably started out as a community thing and then it grew bigger and bigger and bigger. And I guess in
Right.
his mind, like, if that were me, this is what I do.
Hmm.
So I thought, well, good point. I've always wanted to write a book. I'm going to write a book. And so in
Hmm.
February of last year, I bought this new laptop that I'm talking to you on, and it's been a long and vigorous process, but we did it. We did it.
Good on your husband to like push you forward. Like,
That man, let me tell you. If you want somebody to talk to on your
mhm.
podcast also, listen, he'll talk a leg off a table, I promise you. He's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah.
He's so
I
funny.
mean, if it
But
wasn't for him, not to toot his own horn, but if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this book right now. We wouldn't be talking about it.
nope, I sure would not. But we're a team. So like
Right.
his podcast, he would never have done if I hadn't pushed him to do that. So we
Exactly.
push each other for sure. He's a little bit harder on me than I am on him,
Yeah.
but we make it work. And right now we've got a 4-year-old little boy, and
Mhm.
we're both just at a place where he's trying to pursue his things and I'm trying to pursue
Right.
mine. Also raise a child in this cuckoo world. So
Tell me about it. So, where did you get the idea to write this book? Was it something that you had in the back of your mind, or is it just something that's just got inspiration from, or
not to get all Bible thumping on you.
hey,
I know not everybody jives with that, and that is fine. I'm not here to push it down anybody's throat, but
mhm,
like I said, I came from a very awful childhood, and I'm not privy. I mean, I am privy to. I lost my dad when I was 7 to suicide. I lost my grandfather when I was 15 to suicide. I lost my best friend when I was in college, also to suicide. So
mhm,
I've never known my birth mother. I was adopted at 17. I have just had physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, you name it,
mhm,
I've been through it. And it's not to, oh, poor pitiful Kaden. It's just, this is who I am now because I chose to
right,
not let all that stuff hinder me. And
mhm,
and it really is thanks to my foundation of the people who have now come into my life and for the
mhm,
people who introduced me to church and
mhm,
God. And I have literally no idea how I got this idea, but I did essentially want to write a book based off of my life because what do I know better than my life?
right,
So now that my book is not verbatim my
mhm,
life, but it is I mean, it is based off of essentially. So I already kind of had the idea. I just had to make it into like not something that if my family were to pick up my book and read it, they could pinpoint, oh, that's me. That character's for sure me. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I always kind of had the idea. I just had to fictionalize it just a little bit or a lot of bit.
So there's like various elements of your life within the book,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
just change the names and situations.
Right.
Make okay.
Right. It is,
Um,
how TV shows will have like this has been dramatized for
yeah,
that is essentially my book. Obviously, I'm not out here fighting
yeah.
demons in old school battles and whatnot, but
Mhm.
the mental and emotional stuff is definitely there for sure.
Would you say writing this book gave you some self-healing
It
just
sure did.
to
It sure did. Writing that book was very cathartic.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And I think that is a lot of writing in general, whether you publish it, whether you don't publish it. I mean, that's
Mhm.
why a lot of therapists tell you write it down because even if you can't say it, you can always write it. And
Right.
I don't know, people like me, I'm an introvert.
Mhm.
Like right now, I'm nervous as all get out because I've got social anxiety. I've got a lot of things trying to hinder me from being the best that I can be. But as long as I can write it down, I can move on.
Hey, you're doing great. I would never notice that she has social anxiety. I'm a very quiet person myself.
Yeah.
People say no, but
It depends.
um, yeah.
Depends who you're around and how the vibe is definitely a big thing.
Mhm.
And also how easy the person you're talking to is to talk to.
So, who are the main characters of this book?
Well, obviously, the female character is obviously based off of me.
Hmm.
So if people don't like me, I'm so sorry. You probably will not like my book. But um, my husband obviously is a big one. And then I'm not gonna just disclose just too much just in
Right,
case,
right, right.
but there are members of
Hmm.
the villains really
Yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah. Right.
that are in there. Not everybody in the book is it. Some of it is who I wish I would have had in my
Hmm.
life,
Hmm.
who are a part of my book. I think that's a lot of what I struggled with as a child is that I saw other kids having what I wanted so bad to have, and that I felt I
Yeah.
deserved it. And so it was really good to write that down in my book and place those people who I should have had but didn't
Hmm.
have in my book. So that way my character had, not immediately, but she eventually found her found family. And I feel like that's
Right.
what I did.
Yeah,
Who doesn't love a found family? Honestly, we love found family.
yeah. So, which part of the book was very difficult to write? Like, or which character was either which part or which character was difficult to write?
This is probably gonna be a crazy answer, but writing the female main character. I do not like being the center of attention. I don't like the focus on me. It was so much easier for me to write about the other characters because I didn't have so much of an emotional attachment to them. The main
Right.
character I had all the emotional attachment to, and
Hmm.
so she was definitely the most difficult because it forced me to face a lot of what I wasn't dealing with or that I hadn't dealt with in a really, really long time. So she was definitely difficult, but I'm proud of her.
Yeah. If you need to take a minute, let me know. We could.
Oh
Yeah.
no, we're
No.
good. I
No.
cried. I did all
Okay.
my crying right in the book. We're good.
All right. Just let me know. Put it out there. So tell me a little bit about the story without telling me too much about the story.
That is the hardest thing that I've come to realize is to do is
Yeah.
somebody would tell me, give me a 30-second synopsis, and I'm like, I don't know.
All right. Tell me what you can tell me without spoiling the book.
Well, essentially it is the unseen battle of heaven and hell, which I don't really think is that unseen because we know there's good and we know there's evil and we see it every single day. I don't think that that is really unseen in the aspect,
Right.
but in the book it is unseen because only certain people can see through the veil.
Hmm.
So not everybody can see the demons or per se the angels, which I think is a really cool aspect because you would a lot you want what that person's got, so you want to know how they got there, or you kind of want it, you're intrigued, you want to know, or at least the characters want to know more about it.
Right.
Piper's just her name's Piper. She's a
Hmm.
real stubborn, set in her ways, hard-headed 20-year-old girl or mid
Hmm.
20-year-old girl. She lost her dad. She struggles with a lot. Her mom does substance abuse.
Hmm.
And I don't know, she's lost until one day something crazy happens and her life has changed forever. It is forced proximity. I wouldn't really say enemies to lovers, but they
Hmm.
definitely do not like each other to the start.
Hmm.
They find their way. It is a happily ever after. Sword fights. I'm talking sword fights, battle. It is weird though the way I set it up because it is modern, like it's very modern day. She works at a
Right.
bookstore, and then I don't know, they like travel back in time.
Hmm.
It's really cool. I really like it. There was a time where I hated it and I thought this is junk. I'm not doing this. I'm done. But I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't stop. Who doesn't love fallen angels? There's fallen angels, there's demons.
Hmm.
There's one character I had a lot of fun writing. His name is Eliar, and he's got a thick country accent. He was a lot of fun to write because I could just, well, how would I say that? And then I would just write the way I would say it because obviously you can tell I'm from the boonies
Right.
just by my accent. So it's a lot happening in the book. It's a lot going on.
That's great. So are you currently writing a sequel to the book, or is this just a standalone?
Man, it's crazy that you asked me that because originally I had just had it as a standalone. I thought I'll leave the ending a little open. That way, if later on down the road I decide to come back and do something else, I could. But it's also, I thought it ended the way that if I was reading it, I would be content with the way it ended. But
Right.
man, I got all kinds of when's the next book? I really want to see this character and how this happens. And I want to see how these two characters work out and how they live there. And I'm talking, I had no idea, not the first clue that so many people would want more of either the characters or of that story. So now I don't know.
Hmm.
I've got no idea, but I was already in the process of writing a completely different, which I do think that when you're writing books, it's good to start a different story after you finish one. I think it's always good to take a break and come back to it with
Right.
fresh eyes. So I'm already in the process of writing my a duology for my next, publication. So who knows? I don't know what Ashes holds. I don't know. Don't have an answer for you.
I mean, if the people are wanting
I
it
know.
and want to see what's going to happen next, I mean, it's like what you said. It's a battle between heaven and hell. It's
Which
not going
is
to stop.
which is really never ending. You're right. You're right.
So
You
whatever happens between the couple, something major happens. Maybe it's like a little quiet lull, and then this catastrophic thing happens. I don't know,
you
but
pose a good point. You bring up a
yeah,
really
hey, if you have a lot of readers wanting another book, I would say go for it. Because
kind of
maybe a
hard not to ask
little,
people what they want.
right? Maybe do a little novella, like a little
Oh,
in between to satisfy their need.
hey, I like that. That's a good idea. I didn't
you
even
know,
think about that.
and just leave it at a cliffhanger so they want more.
In my on my dedication page, I'm going to say y'all can thank Big J's podcast for this.
I take all blame.
That
100% take all blame.
is so funny. Now, yeah. Well, now you've given me something to ponder.
See? So, with this book, do you have character art? Because character art is now a thing.
It is a thing, and I didn't know it was a thing until after the fact. So right
Yeah.
now, I do not have character art, but if there's somebody out there who wants to help a girl out, let me know. Because like I said, my stick people look like elephants. I can't draw.
Neither can I. But
I can
it's all character art, sprayed edges, paper stuff inside the book, and all this. It's just
I just, I don't know. I guess I'd have to do TikTok full time to be able to afford that kind of stuff. I'm
there
just
you go.
a lowly one-time deal here, and I do hope to one day, obviously, be able to do cool stuff like that. And I buy indie author books all the time.
Yeah.
I've got four. I really say all the time. I do have four, but they always send the cutest little stuff, and I'm like. One day, you mark my words. I'm going to do it too.
No, it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. So what is the next book that you're writing? Is it about this? Is it surrounding the same genre, or is it something way different?
It's funny you asked because I'm already 10 chapters into this new
Yeah.
series, and this one I planned on it being a duology. And it is they're calling it Christian fantasy because I cannot. I tried to write a smutty book. Cannot. I was embarrassing myself. I couldn't. I like to read them. I mean, I've
Yeah.
got 14 and Akatar. I can read it,
Mhm.
cannot write it. Learn that about myself. So it is their Christian fantasy is essentially because it's clean book. I mean, it can be read in schools, which is really, I don't feel like teenagers in high school, middle school really have enough. Because I remember when I was in high school, I don't know about you, but we had Aragon, we had Lord of the Rings, we had, oh, what was that? Is that Morphosis? I don't know. There was some book like that where people morphed into animals. I mean, really, I just don't feel like there's,
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? That's it.
Animorphs.
That's it. And then we had the Warrior series with them cats.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like all that stuff is just really, kids today really need something clean and new and fresh without the adult stuff too.
Yeah, reading the adult stuff for adults is a little bit fun. I've dabbled into dark romance, and then I
Oh,
question
yeah.
myself, is there
Yeah.
something wrong with me? And I'm like, no, maybe I've probably found something that I enjoy because I'm a thriller guy.
Yeah.
I'm one of those like wife killed the husband and she got away with murder. All those Frida books got me like, all right,
I've read the first Frida book, but I really want to.
Which one?
I just any of them. I haven't read a single Frida book, but I've heard
No.
nothing but good things.
Obviously, Housemaid is a good series. But if you really want to, keep guessing until like the end of the book, Never Lie is a good one.
Okay.
Her books are not spicy. It's like half a spice, if that, if she really
Yeah.
gets into like those scenes. Not, it's like, yeah. But Never Lie is a really good book because it kept me reading, reading, reading. I'm like, it's this person, it's this person, it's this person. I give
Yes.
my life that's that person. And that at the end, when I saw who that person was, I'm like, you gotta be kidding.
That's
Like,
funny.
yeah,
You
it
said
keeps you
never.
guessing.
You said never
Never,
lie.
never lie.
Okay.
Yeah, because in between the chapters, there's like it's based on a psychiatrist who these couples bought the house that the psychiatrist has been dead for a couple years, and they get snowed in, and the lady finds a hidden room filled with recordings of her sessions with, and
No way.
yeah, listening, and I'm not gonna tell you the rest, but
Oh,
it will keep you guessing until the end, and that I can't never find another book that is as close as Never Lie. She had some good ones. There's only
wow.
one book that I own the book. Probably won't ever read again. It's called The Teacher. Can't do it.
Why?
So it's a high school teacher cheating on his wife with a high school student.
Oh.
And my wife is a teacher, and
Oh.
that don't fly with me.
Okay.
And just to spoil it, at the end, his wife was doing the same thing with the friend of the girl. So it's a
High
kid,
school.
yeah, high school kid, and they're both
Oh,
teachers. Well,
bleh.
I guess, yeah, yeah. So no,
How, you know what? I'm all for a good, I don't even know the word, like a hot take book, you would call it. Oh, I just feel like there's some that are a little too,
yeah,
and that's just weird to me, man.
no. I mean, the book is well written. If you
Yeah,
take that
well,
element out, it's well written.
I don't think, and I mean, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to write the hard book, but I don't know what kind of mindset. Like, would you have to be in a mindset where you can see this acting out in your head? Or is it just like a regular Tuesday where you just write that and it's no big deal and you can sleep fine at night? Do you know what I mean? I
Hmm.
would be up at night. I would be awake. I don't think I'd be able to sleep.
I
It's
mean,
a scary book.
yeah, I mean, I've read some messed up thrillers, like this one from Sherry LaPena that this girl was murdered and left in a ditch out in the field, and they were trying to figure out who killed the person.
Golly.
Yeah.
I'm more of a watch it on TV kind of girl.
Mm,
I think reading, it's obviously way more descriptive. And when it
right.
comes to that, I'll just watch the first 48 on TV. And look, I did that one time. I did it for like, all I watched was murder crime shows. And I got so paranoid, I would not even leave my house. My
Wow.
husband was like, turn that crap off, leave it alone. You're going
Yeah,
crazy.
it gets you thinking, like, oh,
Well, yeah.
geez.
And you know what? I am a 5'6", 100 pounds soaking wet little girl. Not little, I'm 28, but
Yeah.
I will be taken if I'm not paranoid.
Yeah, and then you'll hear about a story that's like close, like
Yep.
maybe a town or two over, like this happened in, no.
Yep. And you know what? Just know once this gets, posted, just know I'm always on my toes. Don't come up on me. Well, that's crazy. I did read Colleen Hoover. She's got a book out called Verity. That one was a little mind.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I have the book, but I haven't read it. People
That one
tell me it's the same thing as The Wife Upstairs by Frida.
I
But
haven't read that one, so I really wouldn't know. But now I kind of want to know or read it and compare it because Verity had me tripping. I even made my sister-in-law read it, and she was like texting me like, "What the heck?" That one was crazy.
I think they're gonna do a show or a movie on it. I don't know. There's too many book movie shows
There
coming
are
out.
too many books, and you know what? That makes me happy because where are
Mhm.
these all the? And this is something I struggled with when I was writing my book. Is you feel like all the good ideas are already done. It is so. I don't think there's such a thing as an original idea anymore.
Mhm.
Everything is done. You just have to take it and put your own little spin on it and hope and pray to goodness that you're not taking somebody's copyright because you can't read every book in the world. It's
Oh,
impossible and you just can't do it. It's kind of like when you title your book. I
mhm.
did search after search of is this already a book title? Is this already taken? What
Mhm.
about this? Because I did not want there to be any, oh well, Kaden copied, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Because I did everything I could to make sure that I was sticking to myself.
Right.
And I mean, it's just hard. And you know what? Good on these movie directors for looking at really where the creativity is at. And it's
Hmm.
at, these authors. I'm tickled to death for them. I think that's great. In fact, this is so not related to me, but I watched Remarkably Bright Creatures on Netflix last night. I loved it. I'm so happy to see that that book is made into a movie. I bawled my eyes out. I squalled.
Hmm.
I loved it. And I knew the second that movie started playing that it was going to break my heart. I knew it.
I have that movie on my watch list. So
Brother, it's good.
yeah.
It's
Oh, I
good.
can't wait to watch it.
I don't know if you're a crier. I am. And
It
I
takes a lot. It takes a lot. Like I could honestly say that the only two movies that actually cried at the end was Wakanda Forever, that ending scene, and then he pops up in the end. Like I
yes,
can't watch this movie anymore. I can't. It's like it was a good, such a good movie that at the end when they showed
I
Chadwick,
agree.
and
I
then the last Guardians of the Galaxy where Star Lord goes back home.
You're gonna make me cry just thinking about that. Listen, you want to talk about tore up from the floor up? That was me. I could not leave that movie theater because I couldn't stop crying.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to write a very strongly worded email to whomever it would go to, telling them they had no business doing
Mhm.
something that janky, whatever. I
And then
feel you.
it was done so well.
It was, but they didn't have to do all that, break my heart like that.
I mean,
You telling
you know,
me you've never have you ever seen Marley and Me?
I have.
That didn't make you cry.
Nope, not at all.
I just don't know what that says about you, friend.
I need something that's so profound that that's gonna like pinch a nerve and like just make just
And
go.
what about, okay, it's been a minute since I watched that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Iron Man didn't make you sad.
Oh, at the end when he died.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad. I felt really sad in the whole
Oh,
procession, but no, it didn't. It didn't break.
gutted me.
No.
Listen, if we want to talk about the Marvel series, they did that all really well. I'm tickled with how they put all, my husband was never a nerd until he met me,
Yeah.
and I'm a big nerd. I'm
Yeah.
talking Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, you name it, I love it. I bet you wouldn't get that from looking at me, but that's
No,
funny.
not at all.
That is so funny. But I loved all of it. And I've got no notes for how they put the whole Marvel universe together. No note.
I
Oh,
think
you
the reason why Wakanda Forever ended that way and made me like just I couldn't stop falling is because the actor's actually not around. So it's a whole like good 3 minutes. I think it was 3 minutes of just him going just video montage and in Siri, I think
yeah.
Siri. Yeah, just sitting in the hold on, something went wrong.
Oh no.
You still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was weird. Okay. So, like I was saying, the why is it? Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry.
No, you're fine. If it helps you out, nothing has
No.
changed. I hear you well. I
Okay,
see
great.
everything.
So, it was done so well that they did that whole part, and she's just sitting there on the beach in Haiti, just looking out, and then his things coming around, and then his son comes by that we didn't know until at the end that he had a son. It's
Yeah.
like you got to be shitting me. Seriously, like come on.
Yeah, that was tough. I think that's probably the toughest Marvel movie that I've
Yeah,
ever seen. Yeah, that was tough. That's probably one of the only few that I will never watch again for that reason.
right.
Hurt me bad.
Mhm.
And now that I've got a son and he's got a dad, I really can't watch it.
No, it's I hate everybody at Disney for making me feel feelings. You
The
know
feeling
which movie,
hard to not feel, they make me
right?
feel.
You know which movie almost got me? Is it Will You Be My Neighbor? Won't You Be My Neighbor?
I haven't seen that.
It's based on Mr. Rogers. You know who Mr. Rogers is, right?
Yes,
So he did Tom Hanks is Mr. Rogers.
really.
Yeah, and talks about how he helped some guy. I can't remember the movie. It was like really sad because he's supposed to be this big guy that explains emotions and feelings to kids, and then at the end, you'll see like he shows a little bit more emotion in that like 10
Oh,
seconds than he did throughout the whole book, the whole movie.
man,
Yeah,
I'll have to look at that. I have never even heard of that. That almost got you too?
yep. Because I that was my favorite show to watch, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Just when I was
Yeah.
a kid, just I watched it religiously.
I feel like he raised a lot of us.
Hmm.
I feel like he did. He was like everybody's TV dad.
Seriously.
I not believe that a dog movie didn't get you. Do you like animals?
I do. We have a Jack Rat Terrier. His name is Turbo. He's pain in my ass, but my wife loves him.
Well, you know what? You know the age-old saying, happy wife, happy life.
That
I have a little toy poodle Bashan mix. I thought I was getting him for me. That is through and through my husband's dog. Little white fluffy cotton ball, and that grown man's carrying that dog around everywhere.
he,
Yeah, man.
I guess you need to get another dog for yourself.
I don't know that I could do it. We had a Great Pyrenees, and he died earlier
Yeah,
this year, and I just can't. I just can't. Not for a little while.
not for a little while. All
I
right.
get I get way too emotionally attached. Way, 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 way.
Yeah, I did with my first dog. She was a boxer, and I'm not emotionally attached with this one. I can't. I won't let myself because my first dog. So I mean, like I treat him nicely and
Well,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Am I mean to him sometimes? Of course I am. Am I a jerk? Yeah.
You're not beating it though. You're not kicking it.
No, no.
Yeah.
It's more like the
No.
Grinch. Ah, I'm smarter than you. There's no stick.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. Dogs are tough. Tough to lose.
Yeah. But getting back to the book. So if your book ever was made into an audiobook, do you have a person in mind who want to narrate the book?
To narrate the book, I
Yeah.
don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know enough about the audio world. I just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the next time you have me, if I'm lucky enough, you have me on your podcast, I'll have an answer for you. But right
Of
now, I
course.
don't know. I'll tell you, I'm listening to the audiobook of Dungeon Crawler Carl. That is so hard to say. And I don't know this guy who's narrating this book, but he is really good at it.
That's been such a popular book lately.
It has been. And you know what? I read Red Rising. I read the whole series, loved Red Rising. But you know I love sci-fi. I love that junk.
Mhm.
I'm a nerd. So when I heard about Dungeon Crawler Carl, I was like, I don't know, maybe they're overhyping it. Dude, I'm on chapter 8 and I can't stop.
How many books is it?
A lot, a lot.
I,
I really don't have an answer for you. I just know that when I watch like Lex has read all the Dungeon Crawler Carls, and so has Thomas, not Tom.
yeah.
He has read a lot of them, and I mean, they just every time they've got a new book, and that sucker's just growing and growing. So I don't know. I
Because
don't know.
it's RPG lit, so it's
Yeah,
role playing.
yeah.
I've
Um,
I
did you like Hunger Games?
watched the movies, never read the book.
I didn't read the books either. But if you like the movies, the way I've been describing Dungeon Crawler Carl is like Hunger Games during the apocalypse. It's really the main character is a man and his cat. It's really funny. It's really funny. Which is something I feel like if you can read words and they can make you laugh, that says something a
Mhm.
lot about the author because you know how hard it is to convey like a joke without seeing their face or the inflection of their voice or, that's hard to do. And this book has me cracking up. It's so funny.
I gotta pick it up then. You
Yeah,
convinced me. I gotta pick it up. I
you do.
saw it. I was at Walmart and I saw it there. I'm like, I don't know.
It's
So
really, dude, I can, and like I said, I'm only 8 chapters in, so I'm really loving it now.
mm,
There's a lot to go for me to change my mind,
yeah,
but I trust, I have a found family on TikTok, so I trust that they're leading me down a pretty good path with that series. So,
yeah. And then they'll just keep growing your TBR list. And
the one thing,
I
there's a thing that sucks about being an author, but the one of the things is that you need to be working on your own stuff, but you
mhm,
can't stop reading other people's stuff.
that's true. Like you don't want to know what happened. I am broke now. So yeah.
Oh, your TBR?
Yep.
Dude, I get it. My husband had to cut me off. I'm
Yeah.
talking cut me off because, I mean, dude, there's so many books out there. And I am firm on the book is always better than the movie because,
Yes.
I mean, you can't. I have yet to see a good way where you can portray a movie or a book in a movie form as good as you can in a book form. Harry Potter is a great example. I
Hmm.
mean, there's so much in the books that was left out in the movies that I feel like would have been perfect. Like Peeves. Where's Peeves? Why is Peeves not in the movies?
My wife said the same thing.
Exhibit A.
So which house are you?
Oh,
That's a loaded question.
It is sometimes because I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there has to be an in between of Gryffindor and Slytherin, and I think I'm perfectly in the middle of both of them.
Well,
That is such a hard question. 'Cause I don't
well,
know.
you could get tested online. There's an official test that you could take.
I've
Yeah.
done many, and they two will say Gryffindor, two will say Slytherin, three will say Gryffindor, three will say Slytherin. Who knows? I think there has to be. I'm right in the middle of them. I'm
Mhm.
both. I'm a Griffin Slytherin. I don't know. I'm a Glypherin.
Right. Same like Harry Potter. He's supposed to be in. I think she was supposed to be in Slytherin, but they put him in Gryffindor. I think.
That is, I've heard that as well. I have also seen a lot of people read in like Manacled and Alchemized, which are not spin-offs of, but totally reversed roles. And I don't know, the size of them books is kind of intimidating a little bit.
Hmm.
And I just know that I do not have the time to dedicate to reading those books, and I honestly don't know that I have the mental and emotional bandwidth
Right.
to handle that at the moment. But one day. I shall. I've heard good things about, well, I don't know. I've heard good things about Alchemized and bad things about Manacled, and it seems like people either love one and they hate the other, or they hate this one and I haven't seen anybody that likes both of them.
Same thing with Fourth Wing.
Same thing with
People
Fourth.
people love Fourth Wing, but I hate Iron Flame.
Well,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I didn't hate Iron Flame. Onyx Storm really just pissed me off. It really just made me
Yep.
mad.
Yep.
I got fighting words over that book for sure. She better fix it. She better fix it.
How did that last page make you feel when you flipped it over?
Mad, mad, confused, ready to throw every hand I had. I was ready to grow more hands so I could throw them. I was, boy, whew. If I hadn't read it on my Kindle, I would have
Yeah.
chunked the thing. But I had my Kindle and I wasn't about to throw it. But, ooh, do you remember? Did you watch Breaking Dawn? Did you watch the Twilight series?
Not a big Twilight fan. I thought
Well,
vampires shouldn't glitter in the day, but
they
that's
should
another story.
not. But I feel like it's a rite of passage. You just need to watch them. You just need to, just to say you did it, and then come back and talk to me. But I remember reading that last page of Onyx Storm made me feel how I felt when I
Hmm.
watched Breaking Dawn in the movie theaters.
Hmm.
All I remember was this girl was sitting in front of me. I'm fighting for my life. The way this movie was going was crazy. And I just remember this girl sitting in front of me had a ponytail, and it took everything I had because I was so mad not to reach ahead of me and just yank her ponytail just to let out some anger. Onyx Storm, I needed a rage room that I could just tear apart. I needed to break things. I think obviously I still have pent up anger over it. She better fix it. That's all
Yeah.
I.
And I felt the same way when
Ooh, got me.
I finished Haunting Adeline because it left on a cliffhanger. And I was like, why? Why would you do this?
Right. Did you read Hunting Adeline after that?
Not yet. I have it. Not yet.
Have you not been able to rectify?
Because I'm a immersive reader and I need the
Ah,
audiobook.
okay. Well, it gets better. That series, at least, at least the
Mhm.
two books are together and they're completed. Ironfly or the Empyrean series and Akatar have ruined me from
Mhm.
ever reading an unfinished series again. I cannot do it. I will not do it. I can I they're making me mad.
That's
I
what they
can't.
want you to feel.
I know. And obviously I love it because I'm
Mhm.
so emotionally invested. But good golly, Molly, chill. I need my boy
Man.
Kaden back.
There's I don't remember who said it. I was on live and someone said it. I can't remember her name, but they brought up that the Venom were the actual good guys. Yeah, that's the same face I did.
I would love to hear her theory on that.
I'll send you her TikTok and then you can go ahead and ask her. Tell her I sent you and she'll explain.
I think we need a conversation. I would love to know. I'd like to pick her brain on that. Because what do
Right.
you mean? She might have a point. I just
Yeah, and
want to see her point. What?
she made a valid argument. She did, and it made me think. And like, all right, now I got to reread the books and see it in a different light.
Oh, you telling me I have to relive that trauma again?
You don't have to.
But now I want to know. These freaking books, they're going to be the death of me.
se-
Cause of death on my gravestone is going to be unfinished series.
Seriously. Well, one last question before we end this, and it's a controversial question that I ask everybody. Not so controversial. Well, depends. So, Cracked spine or no cracked spine?
No cracked spine. No.
Why? Why?
No, no, no. If you
Why?
cannot read a book without cracking the spine, get you a Kindle.
You
No,
can read a book without cracking the spine.
you can't. I do it. But if you just like to just torture your poor book, why would you do that? Pristine
It,
condition. You're spending the money. Oh, why?
no cracked spine.
Do
Can't.
you
You can't do it.
be honest? Do you crack your spines?
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
My
thank.
loved one does. She would crack it
Blech.
so she could open it up. She'll roll the page back and
I can't.
she'll also either fold the page or dog ear it.
Oh, oh no.
So I got her. She said, "It's my book. I paid for it."
She did pay for it, but my my
uh,
my my thinking is I paid the money for it. I want it to stay looking how I bought it.
yeah.
But you do, you girl,
That's,
you do.
so I got her a pretty book, The Auction by Sadie Kincaid. Sprayed edges, the whole nine. So it's a hardcover book, so she can't like actually crack it. She could probably dog ear the page of it, but she'll probably won't do it. I
Oh,
hope
they
not.
get bookmarks that she can put on the corner.
Oh no, she uses it. She does.
Okay.
She snap.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Love you.
I'm definitely team no cracking.
Yeah, yeah. And every time Amber shows her haunting Adeline and I see those multiple creases on the spine, I'm like, I cry inside.
Only part of you that's crying, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to let the people know where they could find and buy your book and also put out your TikTok handle, whichever social media that you have.
Sure. So Ashes Beneath the Altar is available on my website, very cliche, kaidenhanks.com. It will be again available for sale after June 2nd. We had a little kink we needed to fix, but all is well, and we should be back to our regularly programmed scheduled program. Duh. And you can, I don't even know. You can follow me on TikTok at Kaiden Hank, or no, yeah, Kaiden Hank. And I also have Instagram, Kaiden Hanks. And if you want to be friends on Facebook, I'm also Kaiden Hanks. So, with that being said, I'm just Kaiden Hanks.
Well, this is Kaiden Hanks.
Reminds me of the Barbie movie when Ken was just singing, I'm just Ken. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that movie yet.
You're really not missing much.
Huh, okay,
But it's good to say that you watched it.
right.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Just do it. Just watch it. Just read it.
Mhm.
Say that you did.
Oh, maybe. That's
Read
it.
Ashes Beneath the Altar so you can say that you did.
That I would definitely do. Well, again, thank you for taking the time talking about your book and
Well, thank you. I'm so glad we got to talk about just about every topic under the sun. I'm an
definitely.
80 rabbit and I bounce from topic to topic to topic to topic.
Oh, I married one of those, so
We're hard to find. We're rare. We're hard to find.
oh, you guys are fun.
Well, thank you. I'm so thankful that you asked me to be on your podcast, and thanks for being my first podcast ever.